Hello. Hello. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let students join. We will start in 2 minutes. Okay, but once we start, I will not allow other students. So we will wait for 2 minutes. Let maximum students join, then we will start. Okay. My voice is audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will start. Screen is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So as we are using this Zoom platform newly this time, so up till now, I think you were familiar with Google Meet. So as we are also using the Zoom platform first time, if any problem in between, you can immediately tell for the same. So if voice is not audible properly or is not visible, immediately you tell. And from next lecture, please join in time. After 5 minutes, I will not allow anyone. Okay, so as it is today first lecture, we will consider that, but from tomorrow onwards, join in time. I will not allow the latecomers. For 5 minutes, we will consider. Okay, but that doesn't mean you should join by default 5 minutes late. Okay, so we will start with the lecture. Otherwise, in between, it is getting disturbed to admit the students. Okay, these PPTs are visible?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so everybody knows that this time I'm dealing with the subject business ethics. Okay, so I have taught you the analog communication in second year first semester. And this time we are dealing with some different kind of subject, that is business ethics. Okay, so before we start with the subject or any further discussion related with that subject, let me tell something that comes in your mind when you hear the name of the subject, that is business ethics. What comes in your mind when you hear the word business ethics? Can you tell? Yes, give the answers. I expect answer because this is somewhat different subject, not technical. Probably some things you might be knowing more. So you share your views. and be interactive during the lecture. What comes in your mind when we say the business ethics? What do you understand by that term initially? Yes, Omkar.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
हा, बिझनेस इथिक्स म्हणल्यावर काय तुम्हाला काय म्हणजे काय आयडिया येतात त्याच्याबद्दल? What comes in your
ma'am,
mind?
I think gaining knowledge more and more about business, how to develop,
Hmm.
how to make profit, how to make gain and developing employees,
Hmm.
etc.
Okay, okay. Good. Who has given that answer? I have not checked.
Ma'am, Nikhil.
Nikhil. Okay, good answer. Okay, so Nikhil, this time you have to be regular for lecture. Don't
Yes, ma'am.
remain absent. Okay. I don't know about last semester, but just previous that I am telling everyone. So, good answer. Anybody else? Business ethics, what comes in your mind? Yes, I had asked. Omkar is there?
Yes, ma'am.
What काय वाटतं तुम्हाला बिझनेस इथिक्स म्हणजे काय असणार आहे त्या सब्जेक्ट मध्ये? काय शिकायचं असणार आहे आपल्याला?
Yes, ma'am. Study of appropriate business policies and development of business. Through that, the owner and employees develop the new product and advertisement, and through that we get the money. That way, ma'am.
Okay, okay, good. Anybody else want to give the answer? Yes, others? Srushti? See, all of you are familiar with me, so don't hesitate to give the answers. This is totally theoretical subject. There are no any numericals or anything to solve. So it should be interactive for getting the interest. Yes, no any other answer? Okay, so before we start with syllabus or any other thing, let me just discuss meaning of this word business ethics. Now everybody knows business means what? So business is the transaction between people to get the profit. Obviously the main objective of business is to get profit. There is no any businessman who is doing the business for loss purpose. Everybody wants to get profit from that business, and at least if not profit, then there should not be any loss. At least that is the basic requirement. So business, we know everyone. Ethics, everyone of us know. Ethics in our day-to-day life also we are following some ethics. So what is the meaning of ethics? From our childhood, we have been learning that, which is taught to us by our parents, then teachers, then other members from our family. So every time we are using that ethics when we are behaving in the society. कारण आपण म्हणतो, तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी स्टडी केलंय, मनुष्य हा समाजशील प्राणी आहे. म्हणजेच काय, when we are being in the society, there are some norms, there are some policies which are formed, and that we are supposed to follow the particular policies. So ethics means what? Moral values. For example, if some product it is made by your friend, एखादा प्रोजेक्ट आहे तुमच्या फ्रेंडने केलेला, and if you that project you are launching with your name, does it mean that you are following the ethics? See, very simple examples I am giving. Please give response. Does it mean you are following ethics? तुमच्या फ्रेंडने बनवलेला एखादा प्रोजेक्ट, if you are launching it with your name, that means you are not following the ethics. There are various rules, various policies with respect to this ethics by considering the various areas. For example, in our school life or in our college life, in the life of student. You are also following some ethics that you are not supposed to copy during the exam. You have to write anything by your own. These are nothing but ethics. Simple ethics you are following in the different role. तुमचा रोल बदलला की त्यातल्या ethicsच्या policies काय होतात? That ethics policies are changed. So some moral values somebody has set, and that moral values we are following. That is called as the ethics in simple language. And in this chapter, in this subject, business ethics, we have to see, or we have to study in detail which policies are made or which policies are expected to be followed when any business it is transacted. Okay, are you familiar now with this term, business
Oh, yes,
ethics?
ma'am. Yes,
So-
ma'am, got it.
Just a minute. So now we will start with that regular part. So initially I have discussed this business ethics term. So that was the general discussion we have done. Technically जर बघितली आपण definition business ethics ची, word by word, if you see, screen is visible to properly to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay. So business, how we define business? Business is an organization, or it is what we can say transaction where people work together. At least two people are required to follow the or to form the business. One person or business cannot be one person ended. At least two people are required. म्हणजे एक जर तुमचा if somebody is going to sell the product, customer is required. Otherwise the business cannot be completed. So it involves more than two people in the particular transaction. So business is an organization or it is transaction where people work together. In a business, people work to make and sell the products. Obviously the people are working to people are working to get the profit, sell their product and maximize the profit. That is the basic intention behind the business. When we say ethics, the term ethics defines the standards that bear or right and wrong issues of the society, which are deciding the what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. That we call it as a ethics. And business ethics means what? Last definition, if you see here, business ethics refers to the set of moral values or standards which govern the activities of the businessman. म्हणजे आता एखादा बिझनेस जेव्हा स्टार्ट होतो किंवा जेव्हा तो बिझनेस डेव्हलप होतो, some rules or set of some moral values are required to be followed by the businessman. आता हे ethics असतात ते सगळ्या स्टेक होल्डर्सला अप्लाइड आहे. स्टेक होल्डर म्हणजे काय सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे. आर यू फॅमिलियर विथ दॅट टर्म? स्टेक होल्डर मीन्स व्हॉट? असं नाही की फक्त जो प्रोडक्ट सेल करतो त्याला फक्त बिझनेस एथिक्स आहे आणि कंझ्युमरनी काही केलं तरी चालतं. कंझ्युमर मीन्स व्हॉट? द पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू परचेस दॅट. सिम्पली वी से इट ॲज अ ग्राहक. कंझ्युमर ही टर्म तुम्हाला बऱ्याचदा येईल ह्याच्यामध्ये. कंझ्युमर म्हणजे काय? ग्राहक, जो ते प्रोडक्ट परचेस करणार आहे. सो देर आर सम इथिक्स फॉर consumer, there are ethics for the person who is going to produce that product. In between those who are म्हणजे दोन्हीच्या मध्ये जो असेल तुमचा म्हणजे गिराईक आणि याच्यामध्ये समन्वय साधणाऱ्या whatever are the ways, so everybody has to follow the particular ethics. So it is set of moral values for all the stakeholders of the business. So stakeholders means what? Can anyone tell? Every time we are using this word so many times. Stakeholders. Stakeholders म्हणजे काय सांगा मला? स्टेकहोल्डर कोणाला म्हणतो आपण? Whom we call as a stakeholders.
A group of members or a party that are interested in a some company or some establishment.
Okay. आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल आपण आपलं कॉलेज, दॅट इन्स्टिट्यूट वी आर कन्सिडरिंग. सो हु आर द स्टेक होल्डर्स? सिम्पली आपण काय म्हणू शकतो? जे मेंबर्स त्या इन्स्टिट्यूटच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीशी रिलेटेड आहेत, ऑल ऑफ देम वी कॅन कन्सिडर एज स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ दॅट institute. So you students are the stakeholders, Your parents are stakeholders of the institute. Alumni are the stakeholders. Teachers are the stakeholders. Whoever are the people dealing with financial issues, those are stakeholders. किंवा हे सगळं ऑपरेशन्स गव्हर्न करण्यासाठी एक मेन बॉडी असते दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज board of governance. So the management team who is going to form all the policies for the working of the institute, that all the BOG members, ek parent representative asto. So all these are the stakeholders, those who are related with the working of the institute, that we call it as a stakeholder. मग त्या एखाद्या बिझनेस मध्ये सुद्धा त्याला कुणाकुणाला तुम्ही स्टेकहोल्डर म्हणू शकता, जो बिझनेसचा ओनर आहे that person is stakeholder. त्याच्यामध्ये ज्यांनी त्यांचे शेअर गुंतवले असतील, all those people are also stakeholder of the institute, stakeholder of that particular business. Consumer जे आहेत, मधले दोन्ही मधले पार्टनरशिप मध्ये जी काही लोक असतील, all of them we are calling it as a stakeholder. So all these stakeholders have to follow this business ethics. So that we are going to see in this subject. Okay, so now this first part we have discussed. Now as per our PPP pattern, some points we have to discuss initially. So introduction of teacher, formally I will give because all of you know me very well, I think. Then vision mission statement of the institute, but rather we will discuss the vision mission statement of department, syllabus of this subject, reference books, title of subject. Course means what? आता इथे टायटल ऑफ कोर्स आहे. कोर्स म्हणजे काय? कोर्सचा अर्थ काय होतो आपल्या एनबीएच्या टर्म मध्ये? टायटल ऑफ कोर्स मीन्स व्हॉट? कशाला म्हणतो आपण कोर्स? कोर्स मीन्स व्हॉट?
Subject name.
So the word course stands for the subject. About title of subject, central idea of subject, importance of subject, objective and outcome. Okay, so that all points we have to see, and one by one we will see the chapter and their notes. Okay, so as per our standard sheets, we will be uploading the video lectures immediately after the lecture on that day, and your study material, notes, assignment questions, MCQ, all the things will be provided. Okay, so first let me start with introduction of teacher. I am Nita Kulkarni. I have completed my BE and ME in ENTC from Swedish College of Engineering, Pandharpur, and currently I am pursuing PhD in electronics engineering from Sanjay Ghodat University, Kolhapur. Okay, so the PhD I am pursuing in the antenna design. That is my main research area. Then I have 4 years of industrial experience. I have worked in Electronica Machine Tools Limited, Pune, and I have 11.5 years of teaching experience in Swedish College of Engineering, Pandharpur. So subject taught are mostly related with communication. I have taught the subject analog communication, optical communication, digital communication, satellite communication. Then related to business ethics, this subject I have taught 3-4 times, that is software engineering and project management. So in this subject, there were different principles related to business were discussed. Okay, so this subject is means previously it was there in 3rd year. Now I have to check, but this business ethics, it is having most contents from this particular subject, software engineering and project management. Then switching theory and logic design, similar subject like your DT that I have taught. Obviously practicals for all these subjects. And for ME students, I have taught this light wave communication, advanced light wave communication and optical network. Okay, so all these subjects I have taught. So area of specialization, it is communication and image processing. Then publication, I have total 8 publications in international journals and 6 paper publications in the international conferences. Okay, so this is from my side. So next part it is. So many of you actually in the class we are taking on first day introduction of all the students, but due to this online it is not possible. Time to time whenever we will have interaction, you should give the points related to you. Okay. So you can tell, you can share your views, you can give your particular introduction. So this is about vision and mission of the department. So can anyone tell what is the meaning of vision and mission? What is the difference? विजन म्हणजे काय आणि मिशन म्हणजे काय मला सांगू शकताय? हे
Yes, ma'am.
स्टेटमेंट हा सांगा मला. विजन म्हणजे काय आणि मिशन म्हणजे काय?
Vision is the that our task to perform, that our wish to gain that, and mission is the way to reach to perform that task. That is mission.
Yes, correct. So vision means our goal, what we have to achieve. That is the meaning of vision. And when we say mission, the steps or the strategy which we have discussed or which we have decided to achieve the particular vision, that is called as the mission. Okay, so mission is the steps or strategy and vision is the goal. Okay, so our vision is, or vision of the ENTC department is to be nationally recognized among the best institutes in India for excellence in technical education. Okay, so we want to be nationally recognized among the best institutes in India for excellence in technical education. That is the vision. Then the mission is to impart the value-added technical education through ambience of academic excellence, research, and life skills by inculcating personal touch and respect in relationship among the stakeholders. See, here also, the word stakeholder is important because whenever any organization runs, it is obviously considering all the stakeholders. So mission is to impart value-added technical education. How to impart it? Through ambience of academic excellence, research, and life skills by inculcating personal touch and respect in relationship among the stakeholders. So these are the vision and mission statement of the department. Now we will come to the syllabus of the subject. So this subject is having teaching scheme. माझी screen दिसते ना सगळ्यांना व्यवस्थित? Screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, this day.
Okay. So teaching scheme, lectures 3 hours per week and tutorials are 1 hour per week. Okay, so this is not having the practicals. It is having tutorials. So lectures 3 hours per week and tutorial 1 hour per week. These lectures 3 credits and for tutorial it is having 1 credit. And exam scheme it is end semester exam for 70 marks. So based on the situation it will be decided that whether it will be online or offline. Okay, so end semester exam for 70 marks, ISC 30 marks. Usually 3 ISCs are conducted, but for last 2 semesters we have conducted 2 ISC for second year. But usually 3 ISCs are conducted and out of that जे तुमचे बेस्ट 2 चे मार्क असतील ते कन्सिडर केले जातात. ओके, सो दिस टाइम वी विल डिसाइड व्हॉट टू डू. एंड सेमिस्टर एक्झाम अँड ISC दोन्हीचे मिळून 100 marks and you are having ICA, that is turn work for 25 marks. So total exam scheme for this subject it is 125 marks. Total weightage is for 125 marks. Okay, so there is no external oral or practical oral examination for this subject. Are you clear with this exam scheme?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
So now we will see the syllabus. There are total 6 chapters. So section 1 there are 3 chapters and section 2 there are 3 chapters. So we will see here the name of the chapter and we will briefly discuss the contents of that particular chapter. आता मी जसं सांगितलं तुम्हाला की बिझनेस इथिक्स म्हणजे आपल्याला काय बघायचंय, एखादा बिझनेस चालू असताना what strategies are to be followed or what policies need to be followed. मग आता हे चॅप्टर असे डिवाइड केलेले आहेत की फर्स्ट चॅप्टर आहे इंट्रोडक्शन. सो इन फर्स्ट चॅप्टर you have to see the introduction of business ethics. Business ethics means what? So introduction, business ethics, overview. Business ethics means what? Its overview it is taken. Then importance of business ethics we have to discuss. So simultaneously while discussing the syllabus, I am discussing the central idea of the subject also. So you please pay attention. I want you to make the concepts clear during the lecture itself, because as it is theoretical subject, whatever points you understand, from that reference you can write exam answers in the exam. Okay, so there are no any derivation mostly. जसे आपले analog communication मध्ये होते. If you understand the concept, answers you will be able to write for MCQ as well as for the theoretical question. Okay, so it's my appeal to be attentive during the lectures and be interactive. Overview, then importance, why the business ethics is required. Because if there are no any norms, there are no any rules, there are no any policies, कुणाला कसं वाटेल तसा तो बिझनेस रन होत नाही. Some rules are required, that is we have to see technically. Importance of business ethics, key context, कुठले आहेत बिझनेस इथिक्स मध्ये की कंटेक्स्ट ज्याच्यावरून आपण हे रूल्स किंवा पॉलिसीज डिफाईन करतो. सो द की कंटेक्स्ट इन्व्हॉल्व ग्लोबलायझेशन, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीज अँड डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीज. जसे आपले थेरम आहेत, जसे काही पॉइंट्स आहेत, सिमिलरली like that there are different theories in this business ethics. So we have to see normative ethical theory, descriptive ethical theory, and contemporary ethical theory. So this introductory part we have to see in first chapter. Then second chapter we have to see decision and management of business ethics. How to take decisions, proper decisions related to this business ethics. So that part and its management we have to see in second chapter. पहिल्यात इंट्रोडक्शन आहे, दुसऱ्यामध्ये decision and management of business ethics we have to see. So in this decision and management of business ethics we have to consider the models of ethical design making. Design making साठी आता usually when we talk these terms, आपल्या daily language मध्ये आपण we can discuss, but when we consider the technical or going with respect to some theories, so there are we have to consider the different models. Which types of models are used for ethical design making, that we have to study. Again, this point is very interesting. Second one, individual and situational influences on decision making. So can you tell what is meaning of this? Individual and situational influences on decision making. असं होतं, ह्याचे एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही मला सांगू शकता? You can read this point carefully. Individual and situational influences on decision making. Business मध्ये असं होतं. So can you tell me some example of this particular word?
मार्केटमध्ये जर काय अचानक चेंजेस झाले, जर
मार्केटमध्ये काय चेंजेस झाले तर ओके. बट हिअर व्हॉट इज दॅट वर्ड? इंडिव्हिज्युअल अँड सिच्युएशनल इन्फ्लुएन्सेस. इन्फ्लुएन्स म्हणजे काय? प्रभाव पडणे एखाद्या इंडिव्हिज्युअल व्यक्तीचा किंवा त्याच्या काही डिफिकल्ट सिच्युएशनचा. तुमचा आवाज येत नाहीये नीट मला. हा येस येस
केलेले असतील तर त्यात सिच्युएशनली चेंजेस करावे लागतात.
ओके. सो individual influence. For example, I am selling some product. There are 3-4 customers. One customer is of I can say one customer is my friend. So in that case, individual, my individual case can sometimes influence in the decision making. जर एक ठराविक कॉस्ट सांगितली असेल तरी आपण एखादा आपला फ्रेंड आहे कन्सिडर करून इंडिव्हिज्युअल मुळे डिसिजन मेकिंग मध्ये तिथे इन्फ्लुएन्स होऊ शकतो. दिस इज सिंपल एक्झाम्पल. सिच्युएशनल एक्झाम इन्फ्लुएन्स मीन्स व्हॉट? Decision making. Sometimes we are forming some policies that up to this 80% attendance only we have to consider for the attendance of exam. किंवा exam attempt करायची असेल तर तुम्हाला 80% attendance पाहिजे. But situational influences sometimes due to this COVID and this pandemic situation, health issues are arising. So you may have some problems. So based on that situation, it is influencing on the decision making. So in that case, we are changing the decision for that particular case. That because of this situation, this decision is changed, that he or she will be allowed for the exam. त्यामुळे इंडिव्हिज्युअल किंवा सिच्युएशन मध्ये काय असू शकतं, एखादा जो मॅनेजमेंटचा पर्सन आहे, इफ दॅट पर्सन इज हॅव्हिंग सम डिप्रेशन or if that person is having some personal issues, sometimes it may influence on the decision making. So that can happen. But how to avoid all these things, that we have to see in this chapter, decision and management of business ethics. In spite of all odds, how the right decision should be taken, that we have to see in this second chapter. Setting standards of ethical behavior. काय standards आहेत ethical behavior चे? Managing stakeholder relation. How to manage the relation between the different stakeholders, accessing ethical performance, organizing for business ethics management. All these points we have to consider. Okay, are you getting this second chapter concept? See, every time I am asking for the feedback because these terms are new to you. तुम्हाला डिप्लोमा मध्ये होता का असा कुठला सब्जेक्ट बिझनेसशी रिलेटेड किंवा प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजमेंटशी रिलेटेड? Whether there was any subject in the diploma?
Yes, ma'am. In last semester, management subject is there.
Management hota ka? Okay. So have you seen this kind of things there?
Yes, ma'am. Little bit similar topics are there.
Okay. So at least some terms I feel you should be familiar with that. So you should go through these terms. त्याचा अर्थ समजून घ्या. In what context that terms are used, that you have to understand. Okay. So because these terms are somewhat new, so these points are there in second chapter. Now if you see the third chapter, framing business ethics. थर्ड चॅप्टर मध्ये आपल्याला बघायचंय हाऊ टू फ्रेम. फ्रेम म्हणजे काय? तयार करणे. हे बिझनेस इथिक्सच्या ज्या काही पॉलिसीज आहेत त्या कुठल्या पद्धतीने तयार केल्या जातात, दॅट स्टेप्स, त्याच्यामध्ये कुठले पॅरामीटर कन्सिडर केलेले आहेत, विच पीपल आर इन्व्हॉल्ड इन फ्रेमिंग द बिझनेस इथिक्स पॉलिसीज, ऑल दॅट थिंग्स यू हॅव टू लर्न इन चॅप्टर नंबर 3, फ्रेमिंग द बिझनेस इथिक्स. There is one document known as CSR, stakeholders and citizenship, corporations, key features, stakeholders theory of firm, corporate accountability. And so all these parameters we have to consider, understanding the corporate governance and ethical issues. How to form the business ethics policies, that we have to see in chapter number 3. Then chapter number 4 is, आता तुम्हाला बऱ्याच गोष्टी आता सुरुवातीला समजणार नाही, ऍटलिस्ट त्यातला की पॉइंट काय आहे, you try to understand. So in fourth chapter we have to see the relation between these different parameters, employees, consumers and business ethics. Employees म्हणजे काय, जो काम करतो त्या पर्टिक्युलर ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये किंवा इंडस्ट्री मध्ये. एम्प्लॉईज, कन्झ्युमर्स अँड बिझनेस एथिक्स. आता जेव्हा आपण बिझनेस म्हणतो, rather than these institutes, we are considering there the industries. So most of the examples will be related to industry. So employees, तिथं काम करणारे जे एम्प्लॉईज आहेत. कंझ्युमर मीन्स व्हॉट? द पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू बाय द प्रोडक्ट, म्हणजे गिराईक किंवा ग्राहक. एम्प्लॉईज, कंझ्युमर अँड बिझनेस इथिक्स. Which norms should be followed by employees, consumers, that is discussed in this chapter number 4. So here we have to study these points. models of organization, employees as stakeholders, ethical issues in the firm-employee relationships, how to handle the relationship problems in the employee also, ethical challenge of globalization. कारण कधी कधी बऱ्याचदा काय होतं, लोकल लेवलला we are comfortable to work with our colleagues, with our subordinates, but when it comes for the globalization, there are some ego problems, there are some issues in maintaining the transparency. So all that challenges we have to discuss in this particular point. Okay, so ethical challenge of globalization, then corporate, then citizen and employee relationship. So how to maintain the relationship between the citizen and employees with respect to this corporate towards the sustainable employment. Consumers as stakeholders, just a minute. Consumers as stakeholders, relationship towards, okay, consumers as stakeholders, ethical issues, marketing and the consumer, globalization and the consumer, consumer and the corporate citizenship, हे सगळे पॅरामीटर आपल्याला याच्यामध्ये स्टडी करायचे, बिकॉज एका पॅरामीटर मधला चेंज हा सगळ्यावरती एफेक्ट होतो. ग्लोबलायझेशन आणलं कंपनीने तर त्याचा एम्प्लॉय वरती इफेक्ट होणार आहे, कंझ्युमर वरती इफेक्ट होणार आहे, बिकॉज मेनी टाइम्स द कंझ्युमर्स आर not ready to accept the new products. They are comfortable with their traditional only. So all these issues we have to consider in this chapter number 4. Then chapter number 5 is civil society and environment. आता एखाद्या सिव्हिल सोसायटीचा आणि एन्व्हायरमेंटचा बिझनेस वरती कसा इफेक्ट होतो, किंवा सिव्हिल सोसायटी आणि एन्व्हायरमेंट ह्याचा बिझनेस पॉलिसीज वरती कसा इफेक्ट होतो, दॅट वी हॅव टू सी. Civil society organizations as stakeholders, ethical issues in that, globalization and the CSOs we have to consider, corporate citizenship and civil society, business and sustainability, then business ethics and environmental values. How these environmental values are also affecting on the business ethics, that we have to consider. Then the dimensions of pollution resources depletion, ethics of pollution control, ethics of conserving deplorable resources. हे जे आहेत हे एन्व्हायरमेंटशी रिलेटेड काय ethics आपल्याला फॉलो करायला पाहिजे, that points we have to consider. So in this chapter we have to consider what ethics we have to follow related to civil society and environment, आणि सिव्हिल सोसायटी आणि एन्व्हायरमेंटचा इफेक्ट बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती सुद्धा इन रिव्हर्स वे हाऊ इट टेक्स प्लेस, दॅट वी हॅव टू सी. ओके, दॅट इज चॅप्टर नंबर 5. अँड लास्ट चॅप्टर नंबर 6 इज IT अँड गव्हर्नमेंट, इन्फॉर्मेशन टेक्नॉलॉजी आणि गव्हर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज, हाऊ दोज आर ऑल्सो रिलेटेड विथ दिस बिझनेस इथिक्स, दॅट वी हॅव टू सी. सो इन्फॉर्मेशन टेक्नॉलॉजी अँड इट्स मॉरल सिग्निफिकन्स इन बिझनेस. For example, information technology, if you are having some knowledge, how you are using that knowledge for your business. So always we are seeing or discussing on that topic. The technology, it can act or it can be used for destructive things as well as it can be used for the developing things. So how to use it? मग त्याचे जे काही ethics आहेत, information technology and its moral significance in the business, that we have to consider. IT code of conduct we have to consider, and data identity security, crime and punishment, whatever are the different types of crimes take place in this information technology in business, and what are the described punishment for that, that we have to see. Then another parameter we have to consider, how the government can also act as a stakeholder of any business. आता कुठल्याही बिझनेस मध्ये जसे कंझ्युमर आहेत, त्याचा ओनर आहे, एम्प्लॉई आहेत, त्यासोबत गव्हर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेक होल्डर फॉर दॅट. आर यू अग्री विथ दिस और नॉट? कॅन वी से गव्हर्नमेंट इज द स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ एनी बिझनेस? हा, उत्तर द्या. इथं काय लिहिलेलं आहे? गव्हर्नमेंट ऍज अ स्टेक होल्डर. So do you agree with this, that government is a stakeholder of any business or not? Yes, Audumbar. Audumbar is there?
Yes, ma'am, but don't know.
But don't know. Okay. Others? श्वेता, गव्हर्नमेंटला आपण स्टेक होल्डर म्हणू शकतो का बिझनेसचं? Can we say government as a stakeholder? Yes, it is obviously, because for any product when we consider जोपर्यंत गव्हर्नमेंटचं त्याला ऑथरायझेशन किंवा सर्टिफिकेशन मिळत नाही तोपर्यंत तो प्रोडक्ट मार्केटमध्ये विक्रीसाठी येऊ शकत नाही. सो गव्हर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ एनी business. Then ethical issues in relation between businessmen and or business and government. Now, what rules are formed by the government, that rules should be followed by the business involved people. Globalization and business, government relationship. What is the effect of globalization? See, this globalization word will come frequently because whenever globalization comes, all these parameters are affected in its functioning. Globalization मुळे consumer वरती effect होतो, businessman वरती effect होतो, government is also affected, employees are also affected. So all these things we have to consider in chapter number 6. Okay, so are you clear now? Do you get some overall idea about this subject? So can anyone tell summary? What is there in first chapter? What is there in first chapter? Please give the answers. Don't make me to always announce your names. Let it be wrong. No problem. At least try. Shreya. काय काय चॅप्टर मध्ये सांगा मला.
Overview, what is business ethics?
Shreya, your voice is not properly audible.
Overview of business ethics and importance of business. Basic concept related to business ethics.
Okay, that is in first chapter. Second मध्ये काय बघायचं आपल्याला? Okay, so first chapter we have to see the basic introduction and what is the importance of business ethics. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये कुठल्या कुठल्या गोष्टी मेनली इन्व्हॉल्ड आहेत ते आपण पहिल्या चॅप्टर मध्ये स्टडी करणार आहे. सेकंड चॅप्टर मध्ये काय? व्हॉट इज देअर इन सेकंड चॅप्टर? Decision and management of business ethics. Yes, Shreya, you continue.
Yes, ma'am. Individual and situational influences.
Okay.
Decision making means ethical decision making. Organizing for the business ethics and management.
Okay. So what are the models for decision making? What is the effect of individual and situation on the decision making process? Which business ethics, how to manage the right decision taking in the business ethics, that we have to see in chapter number 2. Then third one, it is what is there in third chapter? Others I will ask now, just wait 1 minute. Anybody else? Yes, Amruta, what is there in chapter number 3? Amruta Lokre, what is there in chapter number 3? सांगा काय थर्ड चॅप्टर मध्ये? Others. Why you are not giving answers? Yes, Pratiksha.
Theory of framing business ethics.
Framing the business ethics. So we have to see how to form the business ethics policies. That part we have to consider in this chapter number 3, framing the business ethics. Then next chapter number 4, it is employees, consumers and business ethics. How to form the or how to maintain the relationship between this particular people, employees, consumers and business. That we have to see in chapter number 4. कशा त्याच्यामध्ये challenges आहेत in maintaining the relationship between them. All that points we have to see in chapter number 4. Then next it is chapter number 5 is civil society and environment. Environment चे ethics कसे follow करायचे, civil society चे ethics कसे follow करायचे, what is the effect of all these parameters on the business ethics policies. All that things we have to see in this chapter number 5. And then next unit number 6 is IT and government, information technology and government, how these are affecting on the business ethics किंवा business ethics आणि IT आणि government ह्याच्यामध्ये कसं relation आहे, that we have to see in this chapter number 6. Okay, so is it clear? Syllabus for this subject, overall idea you got, I think. Then next, these are the reference books. Business Ethics by Andrew Crane. Then Business Ethics. So this is one main textbook and these are the reference books. So in your study material, whatever are the soft copies of these books available, that I will share, as well as PPTs and notes for every chapter that will be shared. Okay, so already this next point we have discussed about title of course, then central idea. Central idea आताच आपण डिस्कस केली सिलेबस मध्ये. फर्स्ट चॅप्टर मध्ये काय आहे, ओव्हरव्ह्यू, इम्पॉर्टन्स. सेकंड चॅप्टर includes the different parameters related to decision making. Third includes framing the business ethics. Fourth, relation between employees, consumers and business ethics. Fifth include civil society and environment and its relationship with business ethics, and in vice versa. Then unit number 6 includes IT and government, includes information technology and its moral significance to business. Okay, so that things we have to see in this particular subject. This is central idea. Then next, what is importance of this course? Can you tell why it is required in your ENTC engineering syllabus? This is not actually technical one. But why it is important in the curriculum? Why it is important, you tell me. Because some of you, at least 10% might be interested in entrepreneurship, or you might be interested to start with your own business rather than service or doing job. So if you are interested in that, that is one aspect. Or overall, whenever you are going to join any company, these business ethics rule are supposed to be followed. मग तुम्ही कुठल्याही रोल मध्ये असू द्या, बिझनेसमन चे असू द्या किंवा तुम्ही एम्प्लॉय म्हणून काम करत असाल, किंवा in our day to day life also we are acting as a consumers for many products. So for dealing with all these operations, being a good citizen, you should familiar with the rules of business ethics, how it is formed, what at least the basic thing which are required to be followed by you. You should have that knowledge. That's why this subject is important in the curriculum. Okay, so as it is giving the basic idea about business ethics, ethical theories, that's why this subject is important. Okay, so next it is objective and outcome. So I think now everyone is clear with the term objective and outcome. Can anyone tell what is the meaning objective and outcome? सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आणि आउटकम तुम्ही आता बरेचदा बघितलेलं आहे. काय सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आणि आउटकमचा meaning?
Objective means the reasons behind putting subject.
Hmm. Objective means what are our intentions, or what is our aim, that is called as objective. And outcome means after completion of the lecture, what you want as a output, or after completion of the syllabus, what you want as output, that is called as the outcome. So what are the objectives behind this subject? To make the students aware of basics of business ethics and related theories, to understand different tools for decision making. First, you have the student should be aware about basics of business ethics and related theories. Business ethics म्हणजे काय, त्याच्या रिलेटेड बेसिक theories कुठल्या आहेत ते स्टुडंटला माहिती असायला पाहिजे, माहिती व्हायला पाहिजे यातून. Then to understand different tools for decision making and managing in business ethics. What are the different tools required for decision making and management in business ethics? That is important in the second objective. Then to get acquainted with corporate and ethical issues related with it. So you should be familiar with what are the corporate and ethical issues related to the business which are required to be followed. Then to understand different ethical issues related to various stakeholders, because you will be in any role in future. So you should be able to understand the different ethical issues related to various stakeholders. These are the objective. Next. Okay, are you clear with this objective? Just please give response immediately. If anything you are not familiar or not understood, you can ask immediately. Okay. Is it clear objective?
Yes, ma'am.
Then outcome. So what outcome is expected from you after learning this subject? So after completion of this course, students should be able to काय यायला पाहिजे तुम्हाला, elaborate the concept of ethics and related theories. तुम्हाला ethics concept सांगता यायला पाहिजे, त्याच्याशी related basic theories कुठल्या आहेत ते सांगता यायला पाहिजे. Then describe and apply tools for decision making and management in business ethics. So you have to apply, you should be able to describe and apply the various tools for decision making and management in business ethics. So नुसतं समजून उपयोग नाही याच्यामध्ये. आउटकम मध्ये काय एक्सपेक्टेड आहे तुम्हाला ते अप्लाय करता यायला पाहिजे. With in various situations, in any aspect, you should be able to apply the tools for decision making. Understand and form the ethical issues in corporation. So if you are working in the corporation, you should be able to form the ethical issues. Or if somebody asks you to form some ethical policies for that particular business, एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये तुम्ही जॉबला आहात आणि तिथे जर तुम्हाला एखाद्याने त्या इथिक्स पॉलिसीज फॉर्म करायला सांगितल्या, तर यू शुड बी एबल टू फॉर्म द इथिकल पॉलिसीज इन दॅट पर्टिक्युलर कॉर्पोरेट. आणि जसं मी सांगितलं की बेस्ड ऑन द business, there will be somewhat changes in this business policies and business ethics. Then understand and identify the ethical issues from various stakeholders' point of context. So you should be able to understand and identify the ethical issues from various stakeholders' point of context. So प्रत्येक स्टेकहोल्डरच्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यूने तुम्हाला इथिकल इश्यू कन्सिडर करता यायला पाहिजे. Okay, so these are the expected outcomes from this subject. So I think whatever basic things we have discussed, all of you are clear with that. So we will start with the chapter number 1 in the next lecture. Okay, so I request you to once again go through the syllabus, listen the lectures which will be uploaded, so that you will have the idea about that words, or you will get that synchronization in the next lecture. काही टर्म्स असतील नवीन नसत्या समजल्या तर त्याचा अर्थ समजून घ्या, which will be helpful for you to Understand. Okay, so are you clear with this, whatever we have discussed in this lecture? Yes, please give the answer. सगळ्या गोष्टी आता समजणार नाहीत, but at least key points you should be able to understand during the lecture. Because बऱ्याच गोष्टी यातल्या आपल्याला डिस्कस करायच्या आहेत. आता जसे जसे एक एक चॅप्टर होतील तसे तुम्हाला ते कन्सेप्ट कळत जातील. ओके, सो वी विल स्टॉप हिअर. इज इट क्लिअर? Your response?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay. So you type your number in the chat box. Once again, I am telling that you be regular for all the lectures. You type the, you have to give your attendance properly at last. That doesn't mean you should enter at last. From next lecture onwards, I will not allow the latecomers after 5 minutes. Okay, so you please take care. And whatever problems you will face, definitely we will discuss. Okay, so we will stop here. You type your number and name in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Those who have given attendance, they can leave the lecture.